Monday, December 15th. We are still in Singapore, and I need to pause the activities section of this description with a little bit more about the what Singapore is like. It's an architect's paradise, I think, if you were to ask Ron. It has some really extraordinary architecture, and I'm proud to say that much of this architecture, or some of the most significant pieces of architecture, were developed by Moshe Safdie, the same Cambridge architect whose daughter was in Byron's class in elementary school, and who developed Habitat in Montreal, which became a world-famous architecture symbol. He's done the same with Marina Bay Sands in Singapore. It stands on three broad legs and is thought of as a park, but looks like a flattened flying saucer laying crossways at the very top of those poles. It is seen from almost everywhere in Singapore, and it is the landmark, much like the Zakim Bridge has become here in Boston. Ironically, or coincidentally, another person who worked on that building and has also worked in China, Easley Hammer, has now become a friend and a teacher at the Harvard Institute for Learning and Retirement for me. And he has a lot of experience, maybe 15 years in China and a long period of time working in Singapore. As was true in some of the other cities that we've seen so far in Asia, the primary piece of interest to me in Singapore was the Asian Museum. It was absolutely incredible. We saw that on this day, December 15th, 2025. As in Beijing, Tokyo, and Kyoto, we found these Asian museums to be extraordinary. Beautiful artifacts, clear explanations of the country's history, its strengths, its achievements, its roles in regional Asian history, and its tracking back those experiences for thousands of years. This museum was amazingly strong on the important worldwide role of India in crafting excellent textiles, and it had a novel and large display of ancient games, table games like mahjong, played in Asia. I was still weak and finding it hard, unfortunately, to cover all the wonderful exhibits and the floors, but did my best with the hope these photos will entice deeper research and exploration. After we left the museum, we discovered a quaint bridge that was developed by some British traders who were discovering the potential of this swampy island for becoming a major center of international trade. They certainly succeeded to rival the spice routes carved out by Marco Polo, Genghis Khan, the Silk Road users, and others. So fascinating. As we wandered, we tracked the curve of the Singapore River and discovered its connection on the opposite bank to a riverside row of about 30 small restaurants right on the water, each serving a slightly different menu, from Mexican to Chinese, much like Mass Ave in Cambridge, only much more picturesque. We sat munching our food, watching boats go by, and sitting right at the edge of the water.